He said, you're so powerful that the power you possess as a child of God can make you manifest your worst nightmares. Because we know when the spirit man meets the word, there's power and connectivity.
Yeah.
And that goes beyond your feelings. Because we know your feelings change like the weather, change like Nashville weather. It's going to be cold tomorrow, just in case you want to know. Okay? It changes like the weather. So when you rely on what our friends and family say or what they did to us, we'll never get anywhere because our emotions will take us in circles. But the God of our salvation said that we have to deal. Meaning we have to distribute what we have left, and that's really the word. We have our faith and we have the word. We have to distribute that to the players that matter. Well, who are the players that matter? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. They're the only people that matter. That's the only consistency you have in your life if you're trying to be spirit-led.
Yes.
No one else is going to make that for you. A husband won't, a wife won't, your children won't, a grandchild won't, your dream car, your dream house will. Nothing will fill that void.
Yeah.
But the spirit man maketh intercession. God makes intercession for us.
Yes. Help us.
So as we are led of our flesh and we're led by what this person did today, but they were nice yesterday, so I have to calculate this. You're in a whole different world, and the Lord has, I don't know how many people waiting for you to influence them, to help them to save their lives and not commit adultery today and not commit suicide today and to make a decision to change their lives. But you're caught up in the cycle of trying to calculate who I'm going to love today. Covering ourselves with fig leaves because we're broken and we're misplaced. But the Lord told us that we're on the wrong level. We're on ground level. Have you ever, I'm pretty sure most of you have been on a plane before. And when you're on a plane, most of the time as you ascend higher, your ears start to pop. So it's harder to hear. And as you ascend, when you're just getting off the ground, that's probably the most bumpy it is. And as you're descending, it's the most bumpy. But there's a place right in between where you can't even feel that you're in the air. It's more comfortable than a car. We miss that place because we're so caught up in the ascension and descending. We treat God the same way. As we are ascending and it gets bumpy and there's turbulence, we want off. Let me off this plane now.
Rage. That's
called emotionalism. We cannot allow ourselves to be led by our emotions. Our emotions will kill us.
Yes.
We are to crucify our emotions. I crucify myself daily for the sake of Jesus Christ. So that turbulence, it's usually our emotions. We can blame it on our families, or I can blame it on my home dynamic that used to be. I'm not in my parents' home anymore, and even if I still was, they're my responsibilities. Now that things have happened, whatever has happened, it's on my plate now. So what am I going to do about it?
I'm going to distribute it. Come here.
Am I going to distribute it? How am I going to distribute it? Am I going to turn this into a testimony, or am I going to use this as a weapon against the person that I don't want to forgive? So I never get free. I can say that I'm free, because physically we don't have to live in the same place, or we've separated or divorced or whatever the situation is. But if your heart and your mind is still tied into it enough that you can talk about the situation over and over again and rehash the emotions, and the emotions are still attached to it, you're still in it.
That's right.
But you have power to overcome it. You overcome by the blood of the Lamb.
Help us, sis.
So let's get back to this broken piece. So I went on a tangent.
Come on, tangent.
Let's go to Matthew 15. And we're going to go to verse 34. It's going to talk about this brokenness and the purpose behind being broken, because there is purpose in your brokenness.
Yes.
Don't count yourself out. There's purpose in your brokenness. There's purpose in your brokenness.
That's good.
There's a reason to respond and say, I'm not okay, if someone asks you how your day's going.
Yes.
There's purpose in your brokenness. People outside of these church walls need to know that everybody in this church isn't okay all the time. We're not. We face the same demon of depression as everybody else. This unit means absolutely nothing. This ain't even our building. It doesn't mean anything. A title means nothing. It means nothing.
True.
We all deal. At least I hope we do.
Yes, we do.
And we're going to go to verse 34. Now, of course, this is talking about after Jesus had spoke to the multitude, and the people of God were hungry. Okay, they were looking for chicken dinners. All right, and the disciples were being meticulous. They were being pragmatic. They were saying, there's too many people. We can't feed everybody. We don't have enough chicken dinners. Okay, they weren't ready. But here's what Jesus said. At 34, it says, "And Jesus said unto them, How many loaves have ye? And they said, 7 and a few little fish. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the ground. And he took the 7 loaves and the fishes and gave them and brake them and gave to his disciples and to the disciples to the multitude. And they did eat all and were filled. And they took up of the broken meat that was left 7 baskets full." Excuse me. So let's backtrack. First thing the Lord did was ask how many loaves. Excuse me. And they told him 7 and a few fishes. The Lord is not going to send you on a journey that you are not equipped to handle. He knew how many people were there and he knew what they had. But the Lord still told them, go. Why would he ask how many or what do you have? Like the Lord didn't already know. Jesus already knew.
Yes.
But sometimes we need to be reassured, or sometimes our minds need to be expanded beyond what we think we know. Well, I know this week, I missed a lot of days this week, so my checks aren't looking the same, but I know my bills look like this, and I know my baby got a trip to go to, and we're calculating in our mind, and I don't know if I'll be able to do that, or, I may have to change that around, or maybe we're calculating in our mind according to our own worldly knowledge.
That's it.
And we eliminate the Holy Spirit. These are reasons why the Lord asks us these minuscule questions, like, what do you have? When you know there knows, well, my bank account is negative 35 cents, the Lord knows exactly where you are. But it's for you. So he can show you his glory as he pulls you through his glory with his glory.
Thank you, Lord.
What kind of God is that?
Yeah.
All right, so then he says, he commanded the multitude to sit on the ground. How many of you guys sit on the ground? What I've noticed about people that enjoy sitting on the ground, they and this is just my own personal opinion, because I love sitting on the floor. Okay, I do. What I've noticed is people who like to sit on the floor look for a certain sense of peace. They do. There's also a level of humility with people who sit on the floor. And that's not to say the people who don't enjoy that are not humble. I'm totally not saying that. Okay, what I am saying though is, especially in this time period, sitting on the floor was kind of a sign of reverence, that whomever is standing above you, they are our leader, they are the higher of understanding and a higher source. So I am submitting myself to your wisdom and to your knowledge and what you have to say to me. So he told the people to sit so they can receive. Sometimes the Lord will seat you so you can receive. Not to stop you, not to break you, not to hurt you, but so you can receive.
That's good.
Because as we're standing, we're moving, and we can see more that way.
Yeah.
But we see this way. As you're seated, which direction do you have to look? You gotta look up. I see questions above. You gotta look up as you're seated. There's a certain level of humility and subjection as you are seated. Some situations that happen in your life make you become seated. When you lose your job, you become seated. When your husband cheats on you, you become seated. When everything falls apart, you become seated. When you're married and your marriage feels like a separation, you become seated. It's not about what's actually happening with those people, because we just talked about the principalities and the rulers of darkness. It's not even about you.
Yes.
There's just a subjection and humility that has to happen, and it happens when you are seated. There is purpose in your brokenness.
Yes. That's good, sis.
Then it says, and he took the 7 loaves and the fishes and gave thanks and brake them and gave them to his disciples and the disciples to the multitude. And they did eat all and were filled, and they took up of the broken meat that was left 7 baskets full. So now the Lord broke what you needed.
Wow.
So you can have a surplus.
Thank you, Lord.
Now let's just be real. If the Lord takes a high-paying job, excuse me, that you paid 4 years of an Ivy League school to get a degree, to get that job, and the Lord takes the job away from you for something you know you didn't do wrong, and he just magically a pink slip just shows up. That's a breaking, right?
Breaking.
Amen. There have been so many success stories of being in a place like that so that the Lord can seat you, so He can give you the blueprint to you starting your own business.
That's real.
He broke your good thing to multiply it. You were probably in that job so that you could see all the faults in it.